So in this lesson I'm going to teach you how to make the eggless chocolate oil cake, and that's a pretty simple recipe. We have all the ingredients ready here, out of which all the dry I'm just going to sift them together in the bowl of my beater, the stand mixer, and then the wet will be the milk, the curd and the vanilla, and that I'm just going to mix it up in another bowl, and into the dry the wet will go in, and then I'm going to beat. But then I'm going to keep the water and the coffee powder to the end, and then the water have to boil, and into the boiling water I'll add the instant coffee powder and then mix it up, and then I'll have the hot boiling coffee that I will add at the end and then beat, and then I'll have the final batter that will be ready to bake. Okay, so I'm just going to keep the things aside. I'm going to get the bowl of my stand mixer first. Into that I'm going to sift together the all-purpose flour, baking powder, baking soda, cocoa powder. It's going to sift all of this together. Into this I'm going to add the sugar, so that will be part of the dry. I'm just going to use the wire whisk and then mix together, make a well in the center. And into another bowl I'm going to add the milk, curd, and then the vanilla. So now into the milk, curd and the vanilla I'm adding the oil, and that's the oil cake, and the oil goes into the wet ingredients, and then I'm just going to give it a thorough mix. So we have all of them mixed well before we add this into the dry ingredients that we have. So I'm just going to set this aside and get the dry ingredients bowl, and I'm just going to pour this into the dry. Now into this well I'm going to pour in the wet. Just going to gently give it a mix before putting it into the stand mixer. Okay, now I'm going to beat this on medium-high speed for about say maybe 3 to 4 minutes before I add the hot coffee in it. batter has been beating up for about 3 to 5 minutes now. I'm just going to check on the consistency, and now is the stage I want to add the coffee, hot coffee. I just got the water boiled now. So at this stage you will get your hot water. Into that you could just mix in the coffee powder. Mix it up. I'm just going to pour all in. Okay, and then start beating on slow speed first. It's going to be a runny batter, so that's how it is going to be. Just beat until it gets all mixed up, and then we'll be ready to pour the batter. So it's all done now. Okay, so that's how the batter is going to look like, quite runny. Okay, and the pans I have here, the two 6-inch pans that are prepared and kept ready. I'm going to bake this in 2 pans. So I'm just going to pour the batter, divide it between both the pans. So that's quite runny batter. We don't have to level the top. I'm just going to tap it once or twice to get rid of any bigger air bubbles, and then the oven has to be preheating at 180 degrees Celsius, and this will need anywhere about 30 to 35 minutes, or until the top is not wobbly and a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. I will do that and get back to show you how the cake got baked. So the eggless chocolate oil cake is baked and ready. I'm going to check for doneness and then show the toothpick has come out clean. I'm going to unmold the cake onto the wire rack. And you have to unmold it directly on a sheet of the cling wrap. No, it's extremely soft now. It needs to be wrapped in 2 layers of cling wrap and then kept in the freezer, one next to the other. Once it firms up, and then you have to place them one on top of the other to get more freezer space. I'll do that and I'll get back to you to show how I'm going to use this eggless chocolate oil cake.